So whenever you purchase Salesforce account or in Developer Edition also, you'll get some pre-built applications, and these applications are developed on the same platform. And now whenever you create your own application, you can see that application in this drop-down list. So we'll start our first application. Okay, before we start, let me explain the use case for this application. So we are going to build a warehouse application as an inventory kind of application. And this is our data model. You can think about we are going to have 3 tables, and in Salesforce or Force.com terminology, we'll have 3 objects. First is merchandise, second object is invoice statement, and third object is line item. So in the first object, you are going to store your products. The invoice object will store the invoices, and then line item will have all the details of that invoice. And how our application will look like. Here you can see our application name in the drop-down list. Here you can see your first object. Here you can see the invoice statement object. And these are the 3 screenshots of each of the objects. That is the first merchandise, then invoice statement, and then line items. And we are going to create this within next 15 minutes. So this is what and I'm not going to write any program here. I'm going to use the declarative model to build the small warehouse application. As we go ahead, we can add more features by using workflows and triggers. But for this demo, I'm going to create these 3 objects, the relationships, the fields, that is the column, and one validation rule. So I'll name this as warehouse and let's see what's going to happen for this. So it is showing the preview that your warehouse will go on the top, the tab will come here as your first object. I'm now going to create an object. Let's say create, and let's go to our app. So you can see your app is ready. The warehouse app, you have got the first object, which is the merchandise object. Now let's add some fields to it. So this is the screen where you can see your first object, and here you are going to create the custom fields for it. Let's add first field as our data type text area. Here you have different data types: the auto number, formula, checkboxes, currency, date, date time, number, percentage, pick list, URL. So for the description, we are going to have, you can add description and health test, which will be shown on the user interface. You can mark it as a required or not required. And just go ahead and save it. We'll add one more field to it, which is of type currency, and which is called as a price of that product. As we have selected as a currency, it's a number, so we are deciding the decimal places as well. And we'll also make it required. And we'll create the last one as a total inventory and as a number. So you can see your three fields as a description, as a text area type, price as a currency, and total inventory as a number. And now look at this. Here is the new button by using which we can create the first inventory object. Let's see, price as a, and total inventory maybe as a 2000. And now your first entry is done. So you can see the name, the description, the price, total inventory. So you are done with the first object. Let's create two more objects. And to create these objects, you have to go to setup, then objects, and now new object. Let's create the invoice object. So to give the plural label, which will come here, here the record number or the primary key, you can think about it. It can be auto number. You can decide the display format of that auto number and from which it starts. There are analytics available at dashboards and reports. So if you want to create reports based on this object, you have to just check it. This object will be available for reporting. And just say, so you have created invoice object. Let's add just one field to it. And we'll this time we'll add a pick list. As invoice status, here's the pick list values. You can specify whether you want to sort them, whether you want to use the first value as a default value. We'll make that the read only. Let's see. and save it. So you have got this status. Let's create a tab like this for our invoice line item. So select your object we have just created. What type of style you want to apply to this tab. And you can see the invoice tab here. Okay. We are going to create one more object so that we can demonstrate the features of relationship and all. Let's add one more field to it and this one description so that we can put some description for invoice also. That's it. Let's create one more object called line item. So from the data model, we have that merchandise, that is the product object, and we'll have these two more objects, that invoice and line item of that invoice. For line item, we are going to keep this as a line item number, but still we'll keep it as a text. We'll allow report and then save. Your third object is created. Let's add some fields to it. Now you have product, you need some pricing for it. So for this line item, we'll add one currency type field, which is the unit price. The 2 decimals or okay. And let's go to the next. This the unit price should come from the actual product. So we are making it as a read only. We'll add one more field. Unit sold. And just select whatever is there. So we are almost done with the object creation, and let's now add the relationship. So from this you can see you have this line item is related with